Hi again. A while ago I did a video describing lies that you might have been told about college. This one, I want to tell you what you might not know about college, which I know doesn't sound like a huge difference, but they're just like little tidbits for you. First, the minimum amount of hours per semester that you can take or to be a full-time student is 12 hours. But the recommended time is 15 if you want to graduate on time, on schedule. 3 credit hours per class, usually. Some classes are just 1 credit. There are also classes that count for grade but not credit, so they affect your GPA but they don't get you any closer to graduating, really. And there's classes that are the opposite, which I didn't know, so I took a class that was like that. If you go to school on campus, sometimes an online class can cost more, which is something your advisor might not tell you, because mine didn't. At a good old Sam Houston State University, it is $300 extra for an online class, as opposed to taking it just directly on campus, so just know that. Most core classes don't cover any new material. To be honest, it's like the same shit you've been learning since you were in middle school. Like, nothing's really all that new about it. If it's just like a general history class, it's probably going to be the same stuff you've been over. Like, it's not going to be anything new. Another tip is do not let an advisor deter you from doing what you want to do. It might cost more, it might take more time, they might even just feel inconvenienced by your request. And it could be more just be more difficult, but if you want to do something with your semester or your semesters or whatever, you can probably do it. If there is one rule to college, it is just showing up. Like, it doesn't, you cannot know what the hell you're learning, what you're looking at, who's in the class, what the class is about, but if you're there, that means something, okay? Like, that's just it. You might pick up that one thing that you need to know in order to pass a test. That one day, you might walk in there, there's like a full review. I would just always try your best to make it to class. Like, you're probably gonna skip sometimes. You know, sometimes teachers take attendance, sometimes they don't, but try your best to show up every day. Just, if there's one rule, that is it. Another tip is, class structure will vary. It depends on the professor. The professor really set up how the class goes. Sometimes it's all in the syllabus, and sometimes the professor's just winging it, basically. So just learn how the class is going to go, and that'll really help you out, because sometimes you forget about that syllabus, because in high school you don't really have to do that, but sometimes, man, all they do is go by that syllabus. So you walk in and you have a test that day. They didn't say anything about it weeks before, days before, but you have a test that day. Just happened to me. Look, it's real. Okay, like, just know how the class is structured. God, man, that day sucked. I walked in there, everyone had their Scantrons out on their desks. I actually had some Scantron. I felt pretty good about that. Everyone was going over their notes and stuff. I was like, dear God, I'm about to fail the hell out of this. I think I did. I think I failed that test. I was not ready. Be aware. For some reason, when you go to college, 8 a.m. classes are the worst thing imaginable, okay? It's like not even feasible for me to wake up for an 8 a.m. class now. I don't even know what that is. What does that mean? Like, it seems like that's what it's like for everyone. So just when you get that first semester of college and you get a couple of 8 a.m. classes, I hope you're that morning person, because for some reason it gets so much harder after high school. I'm not a morning person, so I avoid that as much as I can. I don't want that in my life. If you're not used to having roommates, get used to it, and get used to it quickly. You're probably going to have roommates your entire college career. Most likely. Just whether it's 1 roommate to 3 other roommates, which is not really that fun. In case you thought that dorms were awesome, they're not. They suck. I live in an apartment now. In student housing, because it's so much better. Dorms stopped being cute when I had to live in basically a virtual box. I mean, it was so tiny. I basically had to walk around with my neck like this the whole time. This is how I walked around my dorm. That whole freshman year, I had a crick in my neck for months. Meal plans kind of suck. They are great if you can avoid them. I would. Sometimes it works for you. Like, if you're a really routine scheduled person, they'll probably work for you. If you like to eat on the fly, if you like to eat everything, I would not recommend a meal plan. Yeah, some of them are really, really pricey. So yeah, just know what you're getting and know how it's gonna work. You get to call your professors by their first names, which threw me for a while. Still kind of throws me, to be honest. Like, I was in a sociology class and my teacher just wanted us to call him Michael, and I was like, what? So like whenever like I had to get his attention, I was kind of like, Michael. Wait to buy textbooks. I would wait and wait as long as you can, because most of the time you're not going to need to buy that textbook. You're just going to have this textbook for no reason but at like the end of the semester, and you're going to have to try to figure out how to sell it to other students or something, or whatever. I would not buy a textbook before the classes started, because within like 2 weeks it's probably going to become obvious whether or not you need it. And sometimes the teacher is like, okay, buy it now because you need it, but you might not need it, okay? There's been several classes where I was like, damn, I could have saved myself $40 to $70 to $150. Sometimes you really just don't need one for a class. Getting into a university is not that hard, okay? Don't be scared by it. Really, it's you as a whole package the university is considering usually. And also you should apply as early as possible. But if you have any extracurriculars, you took any odd jobs, any jobs at all, if you did some volunteer work, make sure they know that. Write that down. You're probably gonna have to do an essay or something when you apply about yourself, or maybe they'll give you a prompt. But if it's about yourself, put in anything you can to sell yourself. Anything. It could be a minuscule thing. Embellish it even a little bit if you have to, because it really, really does help. Like, it's not just your GPA, it's not just your academic performance. It's you as a whole. You know, try your best on your ACT and your SAT. But even if you make bad scores on that, it's not just about that. It's not just about your grades. I think a lot of people think that it's just like if they do terrible grade-wise and they're not going to get into college. No. You can definitely still make it. Financial aid. When you do financial aid, you apply at fafsa.ed.gov, and it'll ask you a bunch of stuff about yourself and about your like income. If you don't have a lot of knowledge about your family's income, you're gonna need your parents to help you, or you might need your parents to help you. I did mine on my own, but you might be able to do yours on your own too. Especially if you're going to be paying for college really just by yourself or with the help of the government or whatever. But it's really actually simple. And then you'll submit it, and a while after you will receive information about getting grants and loans. Okay, of course grants is money that you get from the government that you do not have to pay back, in case you didn't know. Loans you do have to pay back. There are subsidized and unsubsidized loans. And there's like different subcategories of that depending on the actual, like where the loan comes from. But subsidized are loans where when you get a loan, you'll be given a grace period to pay it back, the money, usually about 6 months after you graduate from college. So 6 months after, a subsidized loan will then start accruing interest or generating interest. An unsubsidized loan generates interest as soon as you receive it. So if you can avoid an unsubsidized loan, I would go with the subsidized. Sometimes you might need both though, don't worry. It's a scary thing, knowing that you're going to be in debt, putting yourself in that position, but sometimes it's what you have to do to get shit done. Also, if you drop out of college at any point, or if you become below a half-time student, if you're taking like 3 hours a semester or something like that, those loans will start hitting you then too. Meet new people, experience new things, join some clubs, because like you can also put that on your resume and stuff when you get out of college, and it can help you make bigger and better steps forward once you get out of there. Well, if you know some people from your high school that are going to college, stay friends with them, but also try to meet some other people, because you never know what type of things might open up for you, networking wise, experience wise, if you just allow yourself to go through that. You don't have to just throw yourself at people, but be open to it. That's all. Yeah, that's the last tip. I think that's a good one. Yeah, okay, so hopefully these 2 videos will be up. This one, the 7 lies you might have been told about college. I hope you find that interesting. I hope you found this interesting. If you did, please give it a like. Comment down below if any of this helped you, and any other tips that you might give about college. I'd love to hear them. I'm going to put some links in the description to help you out, in case you want that. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Snapchat at KidIcon. And I will see you guys very, very soon. This is KidIcon. Bye.